by assistant coach Harry Mahesh. And Harry, it's been a while, but how good did it finally feel to win an overtime game at home?
I mean, that was the last little marker on our bingo card left this year. So, yeah, I'm just glad that we were able to pull that one out. And, yeah, we needed an overtime win, and to do it at home was definitely – it's nice to get that under our belt finally.
Yeah, and definitely, not the way you wanted to do it. Again, the 3-0 lead, a problem with the Kings. Capitals with a good, just a quick span there at the third period to take the lead, but you're down and out of it, shorthanded with that major penalty kill. At the end of the third, you get that shorthanded goal, and then overtime, you get the job done at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of nice that we did come back the way we did, but giving up that lead, I don't feel like we really corrected a lot of the stuff we talked about last night. So, again, we were able to kind of do some things tonight that we liked, but still just a lot of glaring mistakes. I mean, yeah, we got some work to do here just kind of going into this last 3 and 3.
Well, first period, let's go back again. A very much tighter first period. You knew that the Capitals were hungry again. Their season was on the line. I mean, you fight, you trade some chances. You outplay them in the first period, and again, you get that goal for Anthony Lucarelli, who had a tremendous weekend.
Yeah, no, I mean, we liked our first period. It was probably our best period of the night. It was a 1-0, but we felt pretty comfortable at that point. It was a nice goal. And yeah, things were looking pretty good. They were still getting a lot of odd man rushes. I mean, that's kind of credit to the way they play and creating those. We watch a lot of video, and they do that against a lot of teams. So they were able to do that again to us tonight, which was, something we need to fix. But yeah, that first period I thought was our best period. And yeah, it was kind of nice to obviously we beat them in shots that period as well. So yeah, overall it was a good start to the game.
Then you go to the second period, and you could tell that the Capitals were fighting back, but you guys remained in control. You get another goal off the faceoff from Jack Blanchett, and then you get that 3-0 goal from Cam Simons, which was incredible. First off, just to muscle his way to the puck and makes a nifty move on purpose or not to send the puck in the middle, spin, turn, fire. Like I was speechless on that goal. But, what did you make of that, from the bench?
No, it was awesome because he kind of battled through the check to get the puck coming down the wall. And that whole kind of sequence, we were kind of looking to see, well, is there a penalty? Is there something going to happen? And he didn't really care what was going on. He just was kind of determined to get that shot off. And, yeah, I mean, we'll call it a skill play. It caught us all by surprise that he was able to pull it off. As easy as he made it look. But no, it was a great goal. And at that point, it's 3-0, and we're definitely feeling pretty good about ourselves.
Mm-hmm. And then, again, 3-0, that's where things seem to switch a little bit in favor of the Capitals. They had a good end to that second period, and, they get that goal in the power play. And, again, we've talked about this, the history with the 3-0 leads. Yeah. Again, they get that goal to get within two. Did anything kind of maybe creep in the back of your mind there?
No, because I mean, right at the start of that, I mean, we had a 3-on-1 rush on the PK, and then they come down on the 2-on-1 and score. And you know what, that happens. I mean, a rush goal off of a quick transition play, which you can tweak a lot of things, but you can't fault the guys for jumping in there and recognizing that's a 3-on-1, and then they go down and make a good shot. At that point, we're not really thinking about it too much, but then we take another penalty. And now at that point, we're kind of in defense mode, and then that kind of carried over into this the third period as well.
Yeah, and the Capitals, again, you knew they were fighting for their playoff lives. They were all over you, but Kyle Metzen made the saves when needed to. But again, just a span of 2 minutes and change there in the third period. 3 quick goals, all 3 different kinds of goals. You get the shot and a rebound goal to make it 3-2, then you get the breakaway, and then the shot off what was thought to be a high stick. It turns out it wasn't a high stick, but just a great shot from Luke Laver. Then all of a sudden you're up 2, and then all of a sudden then you're down 1.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really like the second and third goals very much. I thought those were pretty preventable, especially the one, they got a guy, it's a simple kind of 1-on-2, 2-on-2, and then we have both defenders go to the same guy, but he ends up being the guy who scores. So yeah, it was just those type of goals. And then right off the face-off, they got that break and go down, a little deflating. And then, yeah, that high stick, or, the waved-off high stick. That it's all 3 were kind of like tough goals. We talked about last night how everything was preventable. And to see those go in and to think, well, we could have prevented them all. I mean, again, you got to give credit to them for scoring. But if you break it down, we kind of, we had opportunities where we probably could have done a better job of getting in the way and maybe helping Metzen out here a little bit. We gave up a lot of shots tonight, which obviously didn't help as well. But, yeah, and then obviously to tie it up there shorthanded was pretty important as well.
Yeah. So then, you Anthony Lucarelli gets 5 in a game for the hit. But at that point of the game, it's you're down. All the momentum's on Couchin's side. You see that, I was like, all right, this is it. Couchin has the long power play with about 6 minutes left. What was kind of the mindset for you guys going into that penalty kill? Was it just to kill the 5 minutes, then let's have a minute to work, with the goalie pulled, or was the plan to be a little more aggressive and try to tie the game up here shorthanded?
No, it was to we wanted to be aggressive as possible. I mean, sometimes those late power plays can be tricky, especially if you're up by one, because the other team's going to do something different. They're going to really press. So as much as you want to run your power play, the PK is kind of throwing out all the stops or stretching, and we had a couple chances on that PK, and it was great to score. But the fact that we killed off all 5 minutes was equally as important. But our guys kind of recognized the situation in the game, and we were able to kind of keep them pressed the whole time, and then. That's a big goal, and our PK did a good job.
Was it kind of like a weight lifted off your shoulders when Ben Hucachero scored there?
Yeah, it was definitely, you can kind of see it. Well, I think the weight was probably off of his shoulders more than anybody else. He's been a little snake bitten here. He's had some great opportunities, but I kind of felt when he got sprung in, it was like, okay, well, he's been snake bitten here for a couple nights. This is the game that he needs, or the opportunity he needs to kind of get the monkey off his back, and you can see by his reaction. And it was a good call by Brock throwing him out there at that point. He hadn't killed a ton lately, but his instincts kind of took over, and it was a great goal.
So then you're able to force overtime, and again, right from the opening faceoff, we've seen this go against the Kings, but you guys don't give up possession. Eventually comes to Dylan Hewlett. Good moment for him in his last home game. Sets up Carter McNarland, who buries the overtime winner.
Yeah, I mean, that whole overtime, we looked pretty good. We had a couple good chances, and then it was a big save, and at that point I'm thinking, okay, we've seen this a lot, but credit to Carter to stick with it and bury that off of a nice Hewlett pass there. But we had a couple good opportunities there, and like I said, that's kind of the last thing we need to check off this season. I think we've kind of seen it all or done it all at this point.
And then Kyle Metzen, 41 saves tonight. Lots of big saves for him, especially when you guys went down 4-3. He made the saves when he really needed to tonight.
Yeah, no, a lot of credit to him. We gave up way too many shots tonight. And, he did everything he could, all night. So, kudos to both those guys tonight for getting this weekend for getting those 2 wins. But, we got some work to do. We got a 3-3 next weekend, 3 different opponents, 3 different styles. We just got to kind of narrow in and start to, play better defensively here. Our offense has been, it's been good, but we definitely have to clean up some things.
And down the final stretch, is the main focus going to be on the defensive play? Because again, it's been really the odd man rushes that have really been the Achilles heel for this team.
Yeah, and that's definitely the thing. And in order to create offense, you do have to take chance in the O zone, which does open up opportunities for odd man rushes again. So it's a little bit of a trade off. The more you score, the looser you could be kind of in that zone. Your F3 kind of jumps in a little bit. So we just have to find that happy medium of, where we can comfortably feel like we can score, but at the same time not give up all those chances.
So then you kick off the final weekend of the season next Friday in Surrey in what could be a potential first-round preview, which makes Friday really interesting. And, the last time you were in Surrey, it was a 7-0 loss, but the 2 games here you guys were able to win. So what's kind of going to be the game plan, going against a team in Surrey with the more open ice and with the Olympic-sized sheet, and also a team that there's a good chance you're going to see in the first round of the playoffs?
Well, our roster looks pretty different from those 3 games you mentioned. It's just going to be kind of a clean slate. I mean, you can look back on those games, but a lot has changed since then. Obviously we can look back and see what worked. But no, it's exciting. I mean, I think guys have an idea of what the playoff picture is shaping out to be. So, we'll probably have a little clearer picture after tonight when those games wrap up. But it's going to be good, and we'll try to create a little bit of a playoff feel for that night, especially, and see if we can send any message if they're the potential first-round matchup.
Well, it's going to be fun next week, but tonight, enjoy it as the Kings win their final home game of the regular season with a 5-4 OT victory over at the Cowichan Valley Capitals. Harry, as always, thank you very much for your time here and enjoy the win tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Kisser.